Wolf Clock Productions, Wolf Clock here, and today I have something very special to show you all. As a matter of fact, it's a blast from the past that I've been trying to show the world for a very long time. This right here is not the first custom map I ever made for Minecraft, but it is one that I spent the majority of 2012 working on. This is one that I spent, good lord, a lot of time in. And I believe this map is the first ever super flat world I ever made. Super flat was released with the 12W01A update. That was January 5th, 2012. And the date upon which I believe I made this level was February 3rd, 2012. Um, it's a very interesting map because of what is included in it. Let me do really quick. It's fine, they're immortalized in the backup I have for this map. They are quite annoying, though. No. Get rid of these guys. I'm getting tired of them. Vamoose, you vermin. There, that's much better. Anyhow, this map, and as a matter of fact, while I'm doing that, daylight cycle. Let's disable that so that the sun stops moving. That should be good. This map was a very interesting experience for me to make. I was in middle school at the time. 2012 would have been, I don't remember which grade, but I was in middle school at the time. I remember that much. And this was something that I would work on just about every day after school. It was a very interesting experience, and I'd like to share it with you all. Let me actually clear my inventory here and set myself into adventure mode. I did make the map for adventure mode. That was added in the 12W22A update, which was May 21st, 2012. And the last time that the map was opened, as far as I can tell, was June 1st, 2012. So a little bit after the update that added in adventure mode. Some things do not work because of changes that have been made, but yeah, it's nothing I can't just cheat my way through. So I'll go through all this stuff and explain it as I go. So back in the day, before command blocks were added, and command blocks were added August 9th, 2012, it's a while after I had stopped working on this level. Now, there was supposed to be an opening tutorial thing in here, but that never happened. So, let me give myself a stack of golden apples so that I don't go hungry. There we go. Get myself up here. Back in the day, before command blocks were added, we used to communicate to the player these maps through signs, obviously. So, let's just assume that the first room is supposed to say, hello, welcome to blah, 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 blah. Please proceed to continue. So it says, good. Now continue through this aperture. I mean, Wolf Clock Brand Portal. Through the weather, it's going to be annoying really quickly. Here's my Wolf Clock Brand Portal. I'm sure when I was little, I got a real big kick out of this. Let's go through. As you can see, that was the opening over there. This test exploded a while ago. Oh well. This says don't trust them. So, interesting stories to be had about this world and what it was supposed to be. So the story was, it was me and Tim. If you do not know about Tim, you can always look through my Wolf Clock Archive playlist that should be under my channel somewhere that contains all my videos from like 2011 up to like 2014 or 2015, whatever the oldest public video on my channel is. But Tim was my best friend at the time. I hate his guts now. Nothing you folks need to worry about, though. You know, just personal drama, life, friends getting tired of each other, stuff happening. So this room was supposed to be like an actor science type thing. I believe a lot of this I based obviously off of Portal, but also off of a very, very old custom map that was like it was a Portal-like custom map. I do not, for the life of me, remember the name, but I do remember that Captain Sparkles played it. So if you want to look through the maps that Captain Sparkles played back in like 2012, maybe even 2011, that'll probably be somewhere in there. Anyway, the concept behind this was it was a sequel to the first custom map I ever released, which was called Planetary Survival. It was a survival map, a survival world that actually had story elements in it. Basically, you have this little miniature galaxy that you're living in, like solar system maybe. It had a list of to-dos, and there were also ways to escape. And one of the endings, the most secret ending, I believe it was, you escape and you see some signs about, oh no, the subject's waking up from stasis or whatever. Note, go on to easy mode and not normal or up. Sure thing. The concept was that you would actually be a test subject in this facility. This, I believe, was going to be called... Oh, don't leave unless you have the Cube Taker. You'll need it for a buggy test up ahead. With luck. Oh, good thing I have the Cube Taker here. Anyway, the story of this was going to be that I believe I called the map Wolf King's Testing or something like that. Me being Wolf Clock, Tim, his username was originally King of Cats. So that was Wolf King Testing. This is interesting here. At one point in Minecraft's history, you could change people's spawn locations using a block that was like 64 blocks above them or something like that. So a whole bunch of areas, I believe between most chambers, I have a block high above. For this one in particular, I decided to give it some lights and stuff to make it, you know, be there. Be careful, this test will kill you if you aren't. Oh, be careful, this test will kill you if you aren't careful. I believe because I have... Oh, nope, I was gonna say, I think because I have mob spawning disabled, that wouldn't happen. But it seems that wasn't the case. Oh, so you've the Cube Taker. Good. Well, you made it. I didn't think you would. Now, keep going. Don't worry. This has less of a chance to kill you. So, the story of this was going to be... These different signs were my dialogue or Tim's dialogue, us being the two characters that are watching over us. Okay, just jump. Your DNA's insured. Yes, not health, DNA. Clones of Coarse. Chapter 2, Unsure. Emergency rule. No Griswold voices for signs. I don't know who Griswold is. I think that might be a Yolkscast reference, perhaps? I'm not sure. Let's move on. These guys are getting tired. Please remove all shift keys from keyboard. Our slime testers died while trying this. Don't fail it too. Sure thing. Take this if slimes attack. Right. I've disabled slime spawning, but I guess there used to be an issue where slimes would attack. Rain's getting kind of annoying there. So, I do remember that this part used to be more difficult, and it is easier now because these are connected. They used to not be connected, and that's why we have the different bits and bobs here. But, yeah, you can just sort of walk around it now. I'm sure that was difficult for a time, once upon a time. And I don't know what these chickens are doing here. This says... If small slimes jump down and attack, we are sorry. Well, I forgive you. I guess slimes used to jump down from those things. I don't know what these chickens are for, but here they are. A couple of chickens there. Can't go wrong with a few of those. And now we're climbing up. So while we're climbing, let me talk more about the development of this. Like I said, I believe I started this February 3rd of 2012, and the last time I touched it was June 1st of that same year. So it's February, March, April, May, like almost 4 months, which, I mean, is a long time when you're a young man, a young, fine gentleman such as myself when I was. Um, in either case, I do find it quite interesting that I'm able to go back and look at this now, and I was very happy to be able to find this world save. Um, so I will assure you that this place does bring back good memories, even if I don't actually remember anything from it. So what are we at right now? 126. 127, was 128 originally the world height? Probably. Now entering the Ender. It was going to be the end, but was too peaceful. Now reduced to this small landmass. If you can survive this jump, you'll get 2 cakes. So I remember this. This is my own story. Is that I heard about the end. I was like, oh, okay. This isn't Skyland. This isn't whatever Aether. I thought for some reason that those Skyland biomes that were leaked or that were found in one of the maps. For some reason, I thought that that was supposed to be called the Ender at some point before we got the End, which we have now. Don't ask me why, but there is an Easter egg ending over here that I will be exploring right now instead of later. I did a previous recording with my friend of this not too long ago, but I never uploaded that one, but I am going to upload this one. I believe over here, congratulations, you found the Ender, aka the Skyworld. Yes, that's the story I had for this. This was made just to be like a little survival place to live at if you want to, but obviously we've got business to go to, so let's get back in and take a look at the rest of the stuff that I have in store here. And this was just supposed to be, oh, you're going through a portal to find this place. If I were to actually go in, it would just take me into a little river that would lead directly back into another portal, so I'm not going to bother with that. Let's keep going instead. Pop back in. This is supposed to be the, oh, so dangerous, so spooky jump. So spooky, so dangerous. Let's see. Sorry, no cake, but there is some pink eggs that will love you. Just don't touch the green ones. Use your block taker to remove the stone, blocking the plates of pressure. Pressure. Oh, and here's a checkpoint I made. Some iron picks. Pig spawn eggs, some beds. Red beds, because that's all we had back in the day. I believe up here I have a bedroom. Yeah, a bedroom for you and friends. Go ahead and set my respawn point right there. I believe this was made after the change that having those blocks wouldn't change your spawn points. Either that, or I learned that was a fake thing. I think it was real. I think I remember testing it at some point to make sure it was real. So, this is where changes made to the game make the level unprogressible. When the update that added adventure mode first came out, you were able to break particular blocks using particular tools. Now, that's no longer the case, so I'm going to have to go into survival. Basically, I'm supposed to break these blocks and then use a pig spawn egg to get a little friend to help me finish this room. I believe this is actually because there's some TNT used. So we'll go back into adventure mode. I swear to God. Get myself a pig to spawn in. I guess I go back into survival to spawn this pig. Yep. Lovely. Oops, the explosion must have destroyed some stuff. But keep going, you'll be fine. I believe this was a false sky and skyline that I made for some reason. I don't know what the lava is supposed to signify, but let's keep going. Yeah, okay, Wolf Labs. I believe it was called Wolf King Testing, but Wolf Labs is the name of the place. Oh, maybe it would have been called Wolf Labs anyway. The cloning chambers. I believe these used to have... No NPCs in them. No mobs, rather. Maybe they're supposed to, though. I don't know. Current fabrication area number 1. Uh-oh, looks like you're in danger. Ooh. Again, I don't know who's supposed to be saying what here, because it's supposed to be going between... Okay, these were totally skeletons at one point. It's supposed to be between me and Tim saying these lines, or rather Wolfclock and King going through these labs, or these lines. Or actually, even more so than that, rather it's Dr. Wolf and Dr. King. Not Martin Luther King, but Dr. King. Okay, this was derived off of that other custom map I was talking about earlier. This one I do remember. It was supposed to be the concept of you have to you kill your best friend, and then or you kill something, and then they're like, wait, we were just kidding, you weren't supposed to actually kill them. But I spawn in my best friend, the pig, and then I have to blow him up. Oh no. Oh my god, did you really just do that? It was a joke. I was gonna let you out after a minuet, and now look at what you just did. You shot him with explosives. Next chamber? I believe that's supposed to be Tim saying that. No, it's jail for him, says I. Walk over here, and I get blocked from going any further. As you can see, the cake is right over there in the final chamber. This is jail cell number 1. Okay, I guess this was still survival mode. What's different can be break by fist. So we break out of the jail cell here. Hey, where is he? Says, King. I don't know, King. Let's see. He's gone. Chapter, question mark. Escape. I guess it's chapter question mark because I didn't know what chapter is at this point. Aha, you'll never survive now. And we have 2 sides here, the easy side and the hard side. Right is easy, left is hard because you have to jump. I was not very good with parkour back in the day, so I guess that was what I consider to be hard. Okay, I don't know what to do now. You wolf? The room. Ha ha, concerned voice. Oh. Right, that's the room that explodes. As you can see, it's got, yeah, it just blows up. Okay, we give. Just follow this path to the cake and end this. So we follow the path. Obviously, there is no path to go through because it's been destroyed. It's blown up. But we do have a detour. Let's see what we've got here. We have the advanced chambers. Let's go through the advanced chambers. Let's see if I can do this without messing it all up. I'm not going to go all the way back to that last checkpoint. Obviously, I didn't have a lot of checkpoints. I didn't really have an understanding of level design at this point in time. I was a wee child. That was easy enough, though. That was the first chamber done. This next one is sort of like a labyrinth type thing. I should note that these quote-unquote advanced chambers don't actually give you a prize. Really what they just are more things to do. Yeah, we're done, so we head on back. Some more jumping to speed up this process. And that was it for the advanced chambers. It takes us over here. I don't know. Okay, this was the way we're supposed to go. I'm getting real tired of the weather changing back to rain all this time. Let's go here. And now we're in the behind-the-scenes areas. Authorized personnel only, it says. Here's the cake. Delicious. Wait, you are unauthorized personnel. Deleting. Thankfully it missed because I'm a gamer god. Wait, what are you doing? This isn't your cake. Get out of here. The mainframe will. Get out. So now it's the antagonists, Dr. Wolfclock and Dr. King, are telling you to get out of here. They're trying to barter with you, reason with you, yada yada. Spare fake best friends. So this is supposed to be the big reveal that your best friend that you killed was actually just like a random pig and not actually anything you cared about. Obviously, this is derivative of the Portal 1 behind the scenes areas. Get up here, or we will need to kill you. We are going to kill you. And enjoy it. Remember the test you blew up? Well, here it is. Yeah, it's all blown up. Can't go through. Wait. I know who you are. It said in your file. This is the reveal. Wait, stop. Don't go any further. You don't listen, do you? Is that why your parents abandoned you? Oh my god. I wasn't the best writer at the time, but, you know what? I appreciate the work that I put into this stuff anyway. It said in your file. I believe this is supposed to be the moment where one of them, probably Dr. Wolf, realizes that you were the escapee from the planetary survival test. You weren't supposed to be tested. Yeah, that's right. King said that before. Never mind. I'll just kill you. Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you managed to break so hard is my heart. You should prepare to die now because there's no escape. And unfortunately, very tragically, this is where it all ends. So, I do remember particularly that this was going to be a big boss fight. And unfortunately, this was at a point in time during Minecraft's development where a big boss fight just wasn't really a feasible thing to make. But I had big ideas planned. I was probably going to have like I don't know, timers with redstone after you press a pressure plate or something that would start spawning in enemies or whatever. The concept is that... Ooh, my screen has gone black, but I can still see on OBS. It does that sometimes. Here we have Dr. Wolf. As you can see, I've got the wolf clock eyes and the flat mouth that you see there. And then Dr. King is right there. He's just got like an angry face. I believe that was one that Tim used to make a lot. But the concept of this was that we were both these scientists inside of this mainframe computer, like machine room in the middle of a testing facility. Sort of supposed to be GLaDOS derivative, except, you know, human run. As you can see, we have all of these different big tubes and stuff coming through that you can't actually see because of the blocks in the way. I never quite figured out what the puzzle was going to be here. I remember specifically, I even made art for this room in particular of Wolf, Dr. Wolf and Dr. King looking down at the player angrily while they pull levers and bring in like monsters and stuff. You can see we've got buttons, we've got levers, we've got pressure plates all over the place. Obviously they don't actually do anything, they're just there for effect. But what I did get done in the end is just this basic temporary thing where, oh, you find all the little hidden back area redstone things, and you break them, and then that over here opens the door, which would lead to the end of the game. Let me turn that back off, and voila, this was actually the end, I believe. Tragic as it is, all things, even the best of things must come to an end at some point, and I guess that is that. So the interesting thing is that this actually all loops all the way back around. As you can see, we have the start right over here. Yeah, starting sequence. Swear to God. Starting sequence where you climb up these vines and go through the portal. All this stuff. You do all this stuff and then it loops right back around. And actually the last chamber before you go in and confront the evil scientists is this first chamber where you have to survive the zombies and spiders and skeletons. I thought it was really cool looking at the time, and to be honest, I still kind of do. Um, it's funny, my second game in college I've just completed. It's called State Shift. I did it as the class project with two other classmates for my game production 1 class. Is the derivative of Portal 1, and I suppose in some ways, if not consciously, then subconsciously, maybe a little bit inspired by this on my part, of course. Um, it's fun to look back on the things that helped build up who I am now. The things that I worked on back a long time ago to help create who I am as a person in the modern day. And I mean, it really does make me proud looking back on my own works from a long time ago, because when I look at what little Sean made back in the day, it's easy to see myself as a different person entirely. And I mean, in some ways, I guess I am, but in others, this is my own history. It helped me with what I've made in the modern day, and I am proud. That is it for the actual testing course. There is a chicken hole with a whole bunch of cakes. Not sure what that is. I probably just put villagers in lava there at some point. I could imagine that that's supposed to be anything else. Let's see what else we have here. This is the TNT area where I blew up all that stuff, I think. No, I'm sorry, not that. This is when I blew up that one thing. I believe the reason why I used TNT for this section was that it was really the only way I could figure out how to block out a redstone connection to a piston at the time. Although I'm not sure if that's true, or if I just wanted to use TNT. Let's see what else we have here, because there are some additional things. Over here we have some lines of stone. We've got... This looks like a room that I had attempted to make at some point, probably for, like, testing. Over here, for some reason, there's a whole bunch of blue sheep. I couldn't begin to imagine why there are blue sheep. I couldn't begin to imagine why this old villager house is halfway destroyed. I mean, this is back around when villagers were being added in the first place. This is, I believe, the first ever super flat world that I made. That's why the name of the file for the map that this is super flat, all in capitals with a couple of exclamation points. I guess I blew some stuff up there. There's a little pond. Probably just experimenting around with various things at the time. I mean, the mind of a child. It's hard to imagine what went on inside of it. Another village here. Poor villagers are stuck inside of their thing. I'm not going to help them. I think that's where they need to be. I think that's where it's right for them to be. Let me see if there's anything else. Obviously, these are the advanced chambers over here. Now, we can see... we can actually see the puzzle here from the top. Not quite as complicated when we look at it from above, I suppose, but tomato, tomato. It seems that the TNT that blew up this hallway did a little bit more damage than I anticipated. That's alright. What is this? Secret found. Awesome. I don't know what this was supposed to be, or for that matter, what it was supposed to connect up to. Huh. Oh, that's interesting, I guess. I wonder if there's any more of those underneath the floor here. No, it doesn't look like it. We have a pig stuck in the water here. That's a pig that came back from that area. You know what? Let's let the rain happen. I'll let it rain. Here are these blocks that I was mentioning that at one point would have been used to reset spawn points. Spawn point here would have spawn points spawn point right here, I guess. At the very start, I suppose. Um, hmm, interesting. And now, before I finish this video, let me go and find the extra leftovers to this world that was left over in some other worlds. And I'm going to pause recording really quick to find those. Be right back. Alright, I'll be back. Yes, we are. So this is my testing world. This is it's partially used. I will point out this was not actually a Mogus. This was legs for a mech like the Wolf Mech Mach 1 over here. I don't know if that's what his original name was, but that's the name I'm going with. I believe I showed this off in another video that I may have remembered to upload, but I don't think I did. This is something I worked on. Ha, talk about stupid. You actually fell for my trap. You really thought you would be given freedom at the end of the test? How stupid can you be? Anyway, goodbye. So this was, I think, from a point in time well after my development of Wolf King testing or Wolf Labs, whatever it was going to be called, where I tried to go back to that using a computer AI instead of instead of myself and Tim being the antagonists. And obviously this is after command blocks were added in, so this must have been late after the fact. I can actually figure out what the date was for this map. Let me see here. Testing world. Player data. Yep. Advancements, nope. Just looking for anything here that is circa that's from the time frame. Anything that's not 2021. Well, these all say 2021. You know what? Let me check. So I believe the copying of them over onto the new disk was the reason behind why they have those names now. Shoot, where did I save this? I know I have this somewhere. Let's check my Minecraft saves. Server. OG Multiplayer Worlds. Alright. Because I know that this was in my OG Multiplayer Worlds folder. Okay, these all say 2021. Here we go, 2013. Okay, so July of 2013 was when was when this world was made and when this was worked on. So I guess in July of 2013, about a year after I had stopped working on that world, I touched up on it again in the form of just some test stuff. Now, without further ado, let me go find a download of Planetary Survival, and I can showcase the stuff that was in that. So give me just a minute here. We get this back on screen. We are home. So this is a world that I made a long time ago called Planetary Survival. And it is one of the few maps that I ever made that I actually released back in the day. I believe it was my only Minecraft world that I ever released. The concept is pretty easy and obvious. You play in this like planet dome where there's a sun, there's a glass planet back there, Enderman planet, Stone planet, Mushroom Island planets, all these different planets where you could make your own survival base on. Now this is taken from the files of my old multiplayer server. So I believe this map was one that we had actually worked on as a team. Yeah, chainmail leggings, cake stuff. So this must have been a world where I actually played with friends on it. And I'm sure I could go back and figure out which friends exactly by looking into it. But there's more important stuff to showcase. I will release a video that I made a little while back showcasing all the stuff about all these multiplayer worlds that I made with Grim. Here we go. Wolf Clock only room. I believe that this is the secret Easter egg place. No, really, this isn't a secret. No unauthorized personnel. Last chance there's anything here. See? Wolf Clock / admin's room. So this is an interesting room, and I'll show you why. This is me. This is a little Wolf Clock insignia. It's not the WC that I use, but it's, you know, an attempt at making my head. And over here we have, this was going to be Tim's old emblem. Well, it might have been Nazi-ish, I don't even know for sure. But if we go through here, well, no, don't go in there. It's only my choice to tell who goes in or not. Well, thankfully, I am myself, so I can. Fine, just don't fail too much, noobs, it says. Alright, let's go into the Nether and see what we have here. I believe this is the secret ending that I had specifically for... Oh! No, it's the Planetary Survival Nether section. I actually forgot that I made this. A couple of these block updated. Completely forgot that I made this. It's funny. I guess there's a Planetary Survival Nether section at some point. There might be an end section as well. Anyway, this is not the area that I thought it was. But, you know, I guess a little peek for this anyway. I guess I can keep a download link for Planetary Survival in the description if anybody wants. It has had a public release since 2000 and who knows when, so feel free. I thought that this was the Easter egg room about, oh no, the test subject's waking up. Maybe it's down here. I do have several endings to this. Yes, I believe this is it. Let's see. Wolf Clock, no cats. Crap, a computer is unresponsive. We're gonna go insane. This is not good for testing at all. So yes, this was a little referential testing area. Wolf Clock and King of Cats. Yeah, me and Tim. I guess it is a little bit less than I thought it was, but that's still cool either way. It's funny that we had all this stuff. Oh wow, look at this. Skeleton spawning. Anyway, I believe that is all I have in terms of Wolf King testing. Wolf Clock only room. I wonder if the end actually had anything in it. Oh, it did. Well, it did. I don't know what that sign may have said. Let's see what we've got in here. Just a little room. Obviously this is an old Nether Island. There were signs there. I wonder what they said. They popped off instantly, so I couldn't quite tell. Very unfortunate, but with that out of the way, that does it for my showcasing of this old custom world of mine, or rather this one. So if you like the video, feel free to subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you all in the next episode. And if you would like to see this world get a release, feel free to let me know. I'd be more than happy to release it unto all of you lovely folks. It's fun to take a trip down memory lane and relive this nostalgia of these old Minecraft worlds, because I mean, really, this was my childhood, and I mean, I'm more than delighted to share what I did in these worlds, the time that I spent with all this stuff. I'm more than happy to share this with everyone. But with that out of the way, at 40 minutes, we are closing up. So thank you for watching, considering that you're still here at the very end of the video, and I'll see you around. Peace.